Hapaday everyone, I'm Nestor LeConte with the Pacific Daily News. Here are our top stories from the PDN Newsroom. Superior Court Judge John Terlahi on Monday disqualified Attorney General Douglas Moylan from prosecuting an alleged government corruption case brought against former Department of Public Health and Social Services Director Art San Agustin. The case against San Agustin could be dismissed entirely, that is, if the government of Guam does not appoint a special prosecutor independent from the supervision or oversight of the Office of the Attorney General within 30 days. Moylan was also earlier disqualified from prosecuting a corruption case against former Guam Regional Transit Authority Board Chairman Alejo Sablan for a conflict of interest. Terlahi, in his July 1 order, found that the AG's office has a conflict of interest in prosecuting the case and that attempts to guard against that conflict were, quote, late and ineffective. In other news, attorneys for the Guam Regional Medical City are going after bank records of the hospital's developer, CW Holdings, in an ongoing multi-million-dollar rental dispute between the two parties before the Superior Court of Guam. A 2021 agreement for GRMC to occupy 2 floors of CW Holdings' 51,000 square foot medical arts center in Dededo has since fallen through, with each side alleging the other has failed to come through on the lease terms. The Bank of Guam, allegedly the holder of a $15 million mortgage taken out by the developer, has objected to producing documents demanded in a subpoena from GRMC's lawyers based on an objection to a subpoena filed by the bank on May 30. Among other things, GRMC is seeking documents and communications from Bank of Guam related to the appraisal of the Medical Arts Center project and the manner in which CW Holdings has been paying its mortgage. That's according to court records. Finally, for the third time this year, reports detailing the government of Guam's finances has come in late due to issues with the new system GovGuam is using to handle its books. By law, a report detailing how much money GovGuam budgeted versus how much money GovGuam actually collected in a month is due to the legislature 10 days after the close of each month. It's called the Consolidated Revenue and Expenditures Report. A report which tracks revenues in special funds operated by the government is also due each month. But the Bureau of Budget and Management Research, as of June 10, hadn't received any of the raw data for the month of May. The Department of Administration was having issues sending the data due to the transition to a new financial management information system earlier this year. That's according to a letter BBMR Director Lester Carlson sent to Speaker Therese Terlahi. Increased medical services for local veterans, hundreds of millions of dollars more in funding for the Guam military buildup, and protection of the civilian and military population should the planned missile defense system make Guam more of a target were among key issues that Guam Delegate James Moylan highlighted in his annual congressional address Monday night. Moylan, who is seeking his first re-election, announced that a formal shared agreement is being finalized with the Naval Hospital Guam for more veteran access to include radiology, pharmaceutical, and ancillary services in the interim, with additional services eventually, including inpatient services. At the same time, Moylan acknowledged that it's been a long-held goal to establish a veterans medical facility on Guam, but to do so, he said, there is a need to increase current enrollment under the Veterans Health Administration. Today, we have under 6,000 veterans in Guam enrolled, he said, while we have over 20,000 veterans registered with the Guam Veterans Affairs Office. In other news, Attorney General Douglas Moylan has recommended that a bill that could potentially allow more septic tanks over Guam's main drinking water source, the Northern Lens Aquifer, be sent back to committee. But senators are expected to vote today on whether to place Senator Chris Dueñas' Bill 17537, which sparked very contentious debate, in the voting file for later voting during the current legislative session. Bill 17537 would allow decedent lots, or lots divided among heirs after their parents pass away, to be subdivided into up to 4 9,600 square foot lots if they use an advanced nitrogen reducing on-site disposal system known as a Type 4 system that is certified by the Guam Environmental Protection Agency. And finally, North Korea on Monday morning launched at least one short-range ballistic missile off its east coast, according to South Korea's military. Guam Homeland Security Advisor Esther Agigi said in a press release that no immediate threat was assessed for the Marianas from the reported launch. Agigi said events such as these, quote, will continue to be monitored by our office while working with local military and federal partners. For more of these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.